Hey folks, just a really quick video check-in here. I actually recorded a longer screen capture kind of thing that I need you to look at, and so I'm just going to keep this really brief. Sorry, I'm looking at some of the settings here. So we're past the first part of Unit 11, we're into the second part. The major focus for the first part was getting your draft posted to the discussion board for some peer feedback. So what mattered, again, like I said in my earlier announcement, is that you got yours in on time. Obviously, it's the ideal that people get feedback already, but hopefully within the next couple of days, if you haven't already, or your folks in your group just posted late, go in, give them some feedback. So even if the Unit 1 or the Unit 11 Part 1 deadline is passed, I still want you to go in and make sure you're giving feedback for those people who have posted their essay. Get feedback from your own essay in the next couple of days, ideally. And then, of course, we look forward to our Unit 11 Part 2 deadline, which is this coming Thursday, April 26th. And that is sort of the big deadline for the course. You're submitting the final essay. You'll notice that in this announcement here, or the one that follows, there's a bunch of stuff on sources, since I was sort of horrified, to be perfectly honest, at how all over the place people are with their sources. Lots of confusion about what a primary text is and what a secondary text is. This is stuff we learned in, I don't know, Unit 3 or 4, way back at the start of the course, so it should have been really sort of fundamental knowledge throughout. And then when it comes to secondary texts, what constitutes a secondary text, what type do you need? Again, just way too much confusion and wrong sources, and the requirements are there. I've tried to explain them again here in the announcement that follows, but I'm really going to encourage people to check that out again, because it is such a core component of what we're trying to learn in English 1102. You have to come out of this course being able to explain what's the difference between a primary and a secondary text, and being able to show that you can find and then incorporate appropriate and relevant secondary material. Some people are doing it great, so I know that just, you know, the examples and the materials there, if you take the time to look at it, other people are way off base, and that needs to change. Otherwise, your grade for the final essay will really reflect the fact that you haven't learned the core principles for the class. So, like I say in the next little piece, and like I've said throughout most of these announcements, especially now, more than ever maybe, if you're still confused, by all means be in touch. Even if you think you've got it right but just want to double check, send me an email and we can confirm. It's really 5 minutes of your time, and it makes a huge difference. So we have the Unit 11 Part 2 deadline coming up, and most of your time this week is really just focused on finishing up that paper, getting all the sources, getting them correct, doing final revising, doing final editing, and then of course submitting once everything is good to go. All right, so be in touch if you have questions, and I will check in a couple of days.